What is up guys, welcome back to another TBC Classic video. So today we're once again talking about bots in TBC, how Blizzard might have fixed something about the botting issue, and we'll also just talk about everything. So basically yesterday I made a video about how bots were using both flight hacks as well as just glitches as well to basically fly in the air, glitch through walls, and get to minerals and mobs easier. So for example in slave pens, bots were flying in the slave pens to skip all of the mobs to then pull them. So it's basically the regular mage boost, but you could just fly up in the air to skip all of the mobs, go to the end, then start the pull. Now in the Steamvault, you could either bot to glitch through a wall, or you could glitch through the floor itself, but you could do this without hacking as well, so you could literally glitch through. Then you could swim to whatever you were looking for, so herbalism nodes, mining veins, whatever really. You could swim underneath the map or at the side of the map, and you could go to those and farm them indefinitely without ever having to kill or aggro a mob. And what Blizzard has done to kind of combat this is to add a level requirement for the Steamvault. So I'm on my level 60 mage right now just to show you guys. So I can't enter. It says you must be at least level 55 to enter. That is a tooltip bug. You have to be level 64 or 65 to enter the Steamvault. So someone made a Reddit post about this today, and they basically said that they have now fixed, or they have put in a level requirement for both the Steamvaults and the Shattered Halls, which got me thinking, this couldn't just be a botting thing, they couldn't just be doing this to fix botting. So there's not really been any botting going on in the Shattered Halls. That's more of a mage boost done by actual players, at least to my knowledge so far. It requires some skill and personal player input, I should say. I don't think a lot of bots are doing the Shattered Halls one, so that one is just like a regular fix. And I've done some research. I didn't actually play back in the original TBC, but I've done some research online, and according to the information I could find, there was level requirements for these dungeons back in vanilla TBC. So in vanilla TBC, according to the old version of Wowhead, the level requirement for the Steamvault is 65, and I believe that's the one that they changed it to now as well. So they've changed the values or the level requirements for the dungeons back to their original requirements back in vanilla TBC. At least that's what I can find so far. But if this is something they are doing to combat botting, then I have to say it's not really the best thing they can do. The bots inside Steamvaults can now easily go literally anywhere else. The same people that were botting in the Steamvaults can now glitch through the walls and glitch through the floor inside slave pens as well to farm both herbalism and mining in slave pens. They can do the same thing in mana tombs as well. And basically, if you remember phase 4 and phase 5 in Classic WoW, well, more phase 4, but basically when Sulgurub came out, we had several videos on YouTube about bots they glitched through the floor, then they went to the blood vines inside Sulgurub and picked them up. You didn't have to combat any single mob, you just glitched through the floor, and then you walked up to the herb, and you picked it up. You could do the same with mining as well, and they did this for weeks before it got fixed. So if this is something they're doing to combat bots inside the Steamvault, I think it's not really a good fix, and I'm all for giving credit where credit is due, but this is not really one of those times. They have just put in a level requirement for Steamvault, and yes, it fixes the Steamvault issue, but bots are just going to go literally anywhere else. Over the next week or two, or maybe tomorrow, maybe today, I'm willing to bet you will see a lot of level 58 or 60 mages inside the slave pens, and you will see a lot of level 58 or 60 rogues inside mana tombs as well, just doing pickpocketing, and also looking for herbalism nodes and mining veins as well, because they can glitch through both the walls and the floor inside those dungeons, literally the same way they do in the Steamvaults. Now, just in case you didn't watch my video yesterday, I'll show you once again what the bots are doing in slave pens right now. So basically, they can do this flight hack right here to spoof their values on where they are going, so they can go up in the air. And you can see this is not just a flight hack. He is hacking through the roof, so whenever you go this high, you can literally go through the roof and also clip through the walls. And they can use this method right here to farm both inside the slave pens and inside mana tombs as well. So the level requirement they put in place actually doesn't really do much, really. The level requirement they put in place for the Steamvault makes it so bots can no longer do Steamvaults below level 65, but they can still easily do both slave pens as well as mana tombs as well, and you can find tons of minerals, both in terms of herbalism nodes and mining veins, inside both of these dungeons. I guess one more thing that is worth noting is that the bots inside slave pens are not just level 58, they are leveling up slowly over time, because what these bots are doing, they are doing the slave pens boost, but usually either by themselves, or they might bring people in as well, but usually by themselves, for having a less chance of getting caught. But you can see all of these mages, there's so many guildless ones. Look at the names as well, you know some of them are bots, and I literally just showed you this one hacking as well. So you know there's lots of bots and hackers inside here, and they range all the way from level 58, or maybe 60, 61, all the way up to level 70. Okay, so there's two more things I want to show you guys in terms of botting as well throughout the video, because I want to talk about botting in general, and not just the slave pens and Steamvault things. So basically, /who mage58, you can still see that a ton of mages are doing Maraudon, and sure, there is a chance that all of these mages right here are level 58 mages. They just boosted maybe their first character ever, they have no gold in the game, and they think to themselves, well, I can go to Maraudon and farm some gold. I severely doubt that, but I know some people will make this point. Sure, there's a chance, I just don't think so. So when you go and check the guild list as well, they're all gonna be guildless. They're level 58, they're inside Maraudon. Some of their names are kind of like all over the place, and I want you to pay attention to a couple of these names, because I'll show you a clip in a second, and you will see, for example, this name right here. I think you will see some of these names during that clip. So keep some of these mages' names in mind, and let's go through it. So basically, if you just go and stand outside Maraudon on your own realm, just go and do this right now, I am willing to bet that you're gonna see tons of these mages right here. Now this guy has a very similar name to one of the clips that I showed you from my server as well, so you can see some of the names will be either similar or the exact same. And I'm not sure if this is like the same server or a different one, but you will see all of these mages will go outside of Maraudon. They will have one of two pathing abilities. Some of them will just go straight back in, and some of them will go all the way around to the other portal and enter from the other side. Now, I'm unsure if this is because they are doing two mages for one pull to kill things faster, or what they're doing, but you will basically see two types of movements at the portal, and it's very bot-like and suspicious behavior. Now, if you thought the bots going wild stopped there, well, think again. So, for the last couple of weeks, bots have also been doing Hellfire Ramparts. I've personally been reporting quite a few of these, and you will always see them in the same type of group setup. You will see 3 mages, 1 priest, and either 1 druid or a paladin. The druid or paladin is obviously the tank, then you have the priest as the healer, and 3 mages, because it's insanely easy damage. So take a look at the people that this guy is following to Hellfire Ramparts. You will see some glitches in their movements, you will see the same pathing, and you will also see roughly the same distance in between every single character. If you just go to Thrallmire yourself or Honorhold as well, depending on your faction, you can just go and check this out. You will see this sometimes throughout the day. Whenever they are doing some repairs or whenever they're first starting out, they will go to the entrance and they will always move something like this. And it's always going to be the same type of group. It's going to be a priest, a druid, and 3 mages all the time. And I've been talking to an ex-bot developer that has been saying that botting in Hellfire Ramparts has been a huge thing for the last couple of weeks. So some of you guys might say that these are new players, they are not bots, or they could be new players, sure they could be, but I also know that some bots are in the Hellfire Ramparts, and it's better if you see some suspicious behavior to actually report them. If it's an actual player, then they're probably not going to get banned, right? But there are quite a few bots, and they're doing a lot of different things. You will see some bots in the slave pens, as we discussed earlier, and you also saw them in the Steamvaults. You won't see them there anymore, but you did see them there as well. You also see them in the Underbog, you also see them in Mana Tombs pretty much everywhere. You also see them in Hellfire Ramparts, you see tons of mages in Maraudon, and basically the point I'm trying to make is that bots are going wild in TBC Classic, and in my honest opinion, they are messing up the game. It's massively ruining my experience for TBC, and I didn't play back in the original TBC, as I said. So I really want TBC Classic to be the best experience it can be, because this is my first time experiencing Outland. So seeing these bots ruining everything, it's ruining the game for me, and I'm trying to have the best experience possible, because it's the first time I'm experiencing this type of content. So if you guys see any bots, let me know, post it on Reddit, try to make a massive uproar about this. We need to get Blizzard to respond, we need to get the bots banned. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, leave a comment as well, subscribe for more TBC Classic content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.